Shocking news today from the Daily Beast. Please sit down if you're not already seated. If you're watching this video while you're driving a car, maybe pull over. And also, you probably shouldn't be watching videos while you're driving a car to begin with. Although I do appreciate the view. And if you can safely tap that like button while you're at it, go right ahead. Anyway, prepare yourselves for what I'm about to tell you because it is a shock. From the Daily Beast, headline, Elon Musk censors Vance leak, goes full tilt for Trump. Elon Musk's X social media platform has reportedly worked with Donald Trump's campaign to censor material that could be harmful to the former president's White House chances as part of a pattern of election interference that is unprecedented in U.S. history. The Times reported that the Trump campaign connected with X to prevent the spread of hacked information supposedly from a dossier drawn up by GOP staffers tasked with vetting running mate J.D. Vance. X, formerly known as Twitter, then suspended the account of the journalist who posted the leak and blocked links to the material, said two people quoted as having knowledge of the situation. Can you believe it? Elon Musk? Champion of free speech, defender of the online public square, Mr. Marketplace of Ideas himself, the man who is so opposed to censorship, he even considers it censorship when corporations don't want to buy advertising on his website? Elon Musk? And now this man, this great noble man, who would give everything he has to preserve our precious right to free expression, has become a censor? Oh my God. The thing is, I don't personally consider what Twitter did in response to Ken Klippenstein posting the hacked J.D. Vance dossier to be censorship. Before Elon Musk bought the company, Twitter had a policy banning the posting of hacked material, and the actions taken in response to Klippenstein sharing the Vance dossier would seemingly be in line with that policy, though I'm not certain if that policy is still in effect or not. And we can argue over whether banning Klippenstein and blocking all links from Twitter to his publication of the Vance dossier is the right or wrong thing to do. Personally, I don't have strong feelings on it either way, especially since the content of the dossier itself turned out to be so fucking vanilla. There's nothing in it that we didn't know already. But censorship, I don't think it was censorship. You know who does think it's censorship, though? Elon Musk. 2 years ago. Which is in the past, but if you hold to an eternalist interpretation of relativity, the past still exists. So my use of present tense just now was appropriate. Is appropriate? I don't know, never mind. Remember the Twitter files? Internal documents detailing Twitter's content moderation process, which Musk distributed to a handful of sympathetic journalists in an attempt to prove that before he swooped in to the rescue and bought it, Twitter had been improperly attempting to silence conservative voices on its platform. Remember that? It was a big deal, or at least Elon and Matt Taibbi and the other journalists he involved in it tried to make it seem like a big deal. And one of the most supposedly important stories included in the coverage of the Twitter files was how Twitter had responded to stories about the Hunter Biden laptop during the 2020 presidential election, including evidence in the Twitter files that Twitter moderators removed some content at the request of Joe Biden's presidential campaign. Back then, Elon Musk called Twitter's removal of content at the request of the Biden campaign a violation of the First Amendment. And he accused the government of paying Twitter millions of dollars to suppress certain information from the public. Also, Donald Trump responded to the Twitter files by declaring that the election he lost was a fraud and that it should allow for the termination of the Constitution. But, I mean, he's always saying that. Donald Trump calls for the termination of the Constitution if there's a pickle missing on one of his Big Macs. The Twitter files turned out to be much ado about nothing. Yes, the Biden campaign did request that certain posts be removed, and yes, Twitter did comply with some of those requests, but there was nothing coercive going on. The Biden campaign wasn't forcing Twitter to remove anything, and it's unclear how the Biden campaign could have forced Twitter to do anything like that if it had wanted to. And the Trump White House also requested that posts be removed, and some of those requests were honored as well. The Twitter moderators considered the requests and acted in the way they felt was most appropriate. That's not censorship. Also, during the period of time when the government was supposedly paying Twitter millions of dollars to censor information, Donald Trump was the president, not Joe Biden. So you want to reconsider your accusation there, Elon? Because, I mean, Elon has apparently reconsidered other things since then. Remember when he bought Twitter and he said that he wanted it to be politically neutral? He said it has to be politically neutral. It's the virtual public square. It's where people come to share ideas, and it's got to be free and unbiased. Remember that? Now, not only is he working with the Trump campaign to remove posts from the platform that they consider potentially damaging to their election prospects, he's aggressively campaigning for Trump. This once again from that same Daily Beast article. The Times says Musk is even considering going on a bus tour and knocking on doors himself in Pennsylvania, considered a crucial swing state, after moving his operations there to focus on boosting Trump's chances in the run-up to November 5th. The tech billionaire's frenzied engagement in the race is said by the Times to reflect his determination to help secure a Trump victory. His millions are being funneled through a super PAC, and he has set up a team of top advisors at a war room in Pittsburgh. According to federal records, America PAC has so far spent $80 million boosting the Trump campaign, much of it going towards voter canvassing programs. I'm not sure there is a precedent in modern history to how Musk has inserted himself into the presidential race, historian Benjamin Soskis told the Times. So Twitter freely complying with some takedown requests from the Biden campaign in 2020, at the same time as it was doing the same thing for the Trump White House, is a violation of the First Amendment. But doing the same sort of thing for the Trump campaign in 2024, plus having the owner of the company spending millions of dollars in a direct effort to get Trump elected, is perfectly fine? That seems inconsistent. And I know how genuinely and seriously Elon Musk detests inconsistency. I think there needs to be an investigation into this. Twitter Files Volume 2? Anyone? Although, wait, Elon doesn't call it Twitter anymore, does he? So instead of the Twitter Files, I guess we need to call it... No? Never mind. Bad idea. It's one of my favorite shows ever. And even though the most recent revival was mostly not great, the last thing I want is to see Elon Musk associated with the X-Files.